Hey kids, Grumpy Man here. It's been a little while. It's May, what is it? I have no idea. May 6th-ish? Let's see, it was the 4th, so May the 4th and all that. Anyway, just going for a little spin. It's a Friday. And the sun came out, and we're gonna have a shitty few days, So yeah. It's actually not that warm out today. It says 15. I brought gloves this time. My usual thing is to forget my oh, feels good. So it's been a hellish few weeks. Some 60-hour weeks, some 50-hour weeks, which is a lot, and weird hours, so nights. Weekends and the nights, split shifts, like I work in the morning and then I work at night or evening, doing a sand migration, so storage migration for my customer. So haven't been able to ride, and the weather's been unseasonably cold and rainy and just a bit crappy. But 13, I'll leave these on for now. We'll see. And it's gonna go down to like 6 tonight and rain, and tomorrow is like basically all rain, so I figured I finished a bit early today. Why not? Why not? I can't really go for a crazy long ride because the border is closed. So the border to Ontario is closed, so I can't. Hello, daughter's car. Yeah, I can't go into Ontario, and Ontario people can't come here unless it's like for medical appointment or something to that effect. So normally today I'd go on a medium ride, like go, I don't know, maybe take the ferry to Oka and then around to Grenville and then come back through Hawkesbury or something. It's a nice little ride, but I think today will just be a small ride. My usual go up through Rigaud, and I say these cities like people listening are from around here and know what actually I'm talking about, which is probably not the case. I'm still waiting to do service, that's why I have a light on. I've been checking the oil level's fine. What in sweet Jesus is that? So I think I go in 2 weeks, so this the 18th, I think. Yes, the 16th I get a COVID vaccine. Beautiful news. Oh, my mirror's all fucked up. Very good news. Will it change anything? No, not really. But apparently when everyone gets vaccinated, we're going to be okay. I'll believe it when I see it, but don't get me wrong, I don't care wearing a mask or anything. I wear it. I've only forgotten once in a year. I walked into the grocery store and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm missing something. I'm like, oh crap. It was pretty funny. What is that? So yeah, so that's exciting news. I'll get the software update, which will be pretty cool. Bluetooth has been going past. Bluetooth has been wonky. Like just now, it lost my connection to my headset, my Cardo, whatever I have. I just had to repair it. So of course, I forget the buttons, so I have to go back in the house and get the manual. That's okay. We're working now. Music's on pause. That dude was in shorts, man. It's not that warm out. My wrist is on fire, so this might be a really short ride. Lots of lots of mouse clicking when I'm doing this migration. It's a lot of mouse clicks. We were going to script it, which would have been fine. I could have just maybe launched the script, but since we're in an environment that it's not as straightforward, I can't just say. I think it would have been more work than just manually doing it. So I manually did it, so now my wrist is hurting. I have a brace and stuff, but still. But anyway, I still needed to get out on her. So that's pretty much what's going on. I'm also changing jobs shortly, I think. Long story, but pretty sure my contract's going to get cut short where I am. Not the end of the world. I have prospects, so as soon as I started getting that feeling after a few conversations with management, I started sending my CV out and letting the headhunters know. I'm a contractor, so I have to go through some headhunters. And so far, it's pretty good. I got some prospects. My CV is out at a few. I got a few really good prospects. One is for a really large company, so like 30,000 servers or something. I don't know, something crazy. Or is that? I don't know. It's a huge company. That'd be really good, and it's a really long. I think it would be from now, or in the next few weeks, say to December 2022. So that's like almost 2 years. So that's a year and 8 months. A year and 7 months. So that's a pretty good contract if I can get that. And the way that it is, since it's for a specific company, might be a little bit more stable too. So that's pretty good. Right now, I work on the airline account, so it's airlines aren't really doing that great. Anyway, where I was working, they were supposed to get a contract, and I was going to work on that contract, but they didn't get that contract. So yeah, stuff happens. Someone must have knocked my mirror when I was in the garage. Yeah, that's better. So I hope all you guys are staying safe and all that, and I know in the States people are getting vaccinated pretty fast, so the ones that want to get it, but I'm not going to start talking about that crap. So here things are, we still have a curfew here, so 9:30 p.m. to 5 a.m. Which normally might suck, but for me, I've been getting up early and working these crazy hours. Hasn't really had an effect. If I was actively dating and stuff, it might be a little bit of a pain, but since I'm not, it's not really affected me. We have that. Restaurants are still closed, like the dining rooms. Oh, I'm hot. I'm gonna change these later. I bet when dining rooms are closed and stuff. You can get takeout, you get Uber Eats. Besides that, I think gyms are still closed and stuff. I don't go to gym, so again. The good thing is that I've been working from home for a year, which is boring at times, but that's going to be, I don't see myself going to an office. Unless, I have to go to a data center or something, but that's totally a different kind of thing. I've been telling these headhunters that I'll go max 1 day a week to the office. Maybe 2 if it's a really juicy contract. It's so much time. So for me to get downtown Montreal, so it's this trip that we're doing now. The train station is at the bottom of the hill, on the other side of the highway there. So that's what, maybe 10 minutes, and then it's 50 minutes to get to downtown, to the Bell Center where the Montreal Canadiens play, and then from there, depending on where you're working, so it's an hour. So that's 2 hours a day, and now it's I don't even have to put pants on. I can just go up the stairs and I'm in my office. It's at the upper floor of my house, my office. So like 5 steps and I'm at my office. So, yeah. it's good. And don't get me wrong, I'm very thankful that I've been working and working a lot all during COVID. I know a lot of people, you know, either lost their job or they have to work at home, or they had to go in, but their kids were off school or were, you know, schooling from home. And, you know, or you and your partner are both on calls all day and you got little kids running around. Like, it could be brutal. I can imagine. I mean, I remember having I have 3 kids, so I remember when they were young and rambunctious. Now they're old. Now they're older, so I don't have to. They're not my. Well, they're still troubled. They're always kids are always trouble. But so I've had it pretty easy for the most part. So yeah, a lot of people have it harder than me. You know, losing your job, and you know, restaurants have taken a hit. Tons of restaurants have closed. I haven't actually been downtown lately, but I'm assuming that there's a ton that are closed. Because, you know, delivery, it's less volume. And if you deal with Uber Eats, they take you're not making much money. And I mean, restaurants, you know, they don't make a crazy ton of money to start with. I don't think their margins are like super huge. So yeah, it kind of sucks. Anyway, I don't want to jinx it. I think we see the light at the end of the tunnel, which is good. So they're getting these big doses of vaccine, so that's going to be really good. I'm looking forward to it. Someone with bald tires, that's always nice. I like to see people with bald tires. It makes me feel better. Yeah, people don't take care of their cars. I mean, that's a nice car without he has no window in the back, which is, yeah, I don't know how that works in the rain, but and yes, I'm still loving my bike. I've held off, I haven't bought anything really besides this little tank bag. I've held off, I got shit to pay, so I'm not in a rush, and I haven't had much opportunity to, like, that I need luggage, so I'll get them, but that's still, it's like almost $1,000 for even the shad stuff. It's almost $1,000. So I'd rather, with the insecurity now, until I sign a new contract, just you know, being an adult and all that. I mean, it also depends, you know, on the rare chance that I do, you know, find a woman friend, and the other chance that, you know, that she actually wants to go, is interested to coming on the bike, then yeah. We'll see. That'd be nice. I've only had one friend of mine go on the bike, so, and she is she still wants to come on. We're friends now. Yeah, we dated for a bit. Anyway, she still wants to come on the bike, so she has a little surgery that she has to go through. So anyway, it's too cold for her now. She's always cold, so it's not exactly warm weather. So she'll come, and she's a tiny thing, so she could. I have a jacket, I got a helmet, I got gloves, I've got all the, you know, I have everything she needs basically. Well, these gloves are warmer than I thought they were. 14. This is a nice, I like this temperature. I do have, like, all my layers on though, so. I was standing around messing with the Bluetooth for like 15 minutes, so that's enough to get warm. Which way are we going to go today? Let's go up towards Rigo first, and then we'll cut back, and then we'll end up coming back by there. Yeah, the weather has been really cold. I still have the heat on in my house. Like last night it was went down to just above freezing. It was 1 degree. So my house, it did get super cold in my house. It got to like 17 or something, but I threw on the heat for a few minutes this morning. I was a bit cold. Yeah, it's a bit yeah, but there's no climate change, right? No such thing. Yeah, and one thing I think I haven't looked, but I'm pretty sure all the I don't think there's any demo days. I think they just don't want to I think they just, I don't blame them, but I think they just don't want to manage it with COVID. I mean, technically Montreal is still red zone, so they're not allowed to have gatherings. So yeah, that too, I forgot. Yeah. Small part that I forgot, dum dum. You're not allowed to have gatherings, you know, so that sucks. I mean, I'm happy. I have a bike. So if I didn't have a bike, I'd be more pissed, because all those demo days were they were a really great chance to try out a bunch of bikes. Yeah. But I'm gonna cut this video short. Once I turn off the highway the highway. This is technically Highway 20, but it's Harwood. I just want a short video to say hello and to make sure. Last time I recorded, there was some corruption or something, so I want to see if this actually turns out, and there's no corrupted video file. But yeah, I'm super happy. So there's like two things I want to get. Is obviously I'm gonna get saddlebags to start, and a rear hugger, just for my sanity. It will keep the muck. The bike will be less dirty if I run through some muck, basically. I think I mentioned it. I did try a Chinese knockoff rear hugger, but I think it was made for a GS, and it wouldn't fit over I'm pretty sure the tire. I think the GS has a slightly narrower tire. I think it's a 160 width or something on a GS. Anyway, it didn't work. Not worth returning it. It was $60 from China. It is what it is. The Puig one is like $300 to something on eBay for an original Puig. That's not the carbon one. That's just a black ABS plastic one, matte black. So that and luggage, that's pretty much all I need. I have to wire. I'm scuffing right at the bottom of the tank, like where your crotchal area is. There's plastic there, and my wire was coming from the seat through the front of the bag, and it's scratching. It's scuffed it already. So I need to take all the body panels off the side and run the wire from the front, which is not a crazy big job, but yeah, I need to figure. I'm probably gonna be better off running a jack, because then I can unplug it and take my bag off when I wash the bike and stuff, instead of having to pull the cable out. Because it's basically a cable with that funny SAE connector, the two-prong connector, and it goes into a long cable into a little box that when the power's off, it shuts off after I don't know after how long, but it shuts off. So you don't drain your battery. If you were to leave, I don't know what I'd leave in there, but if I were to leave something connected to the USB, well. This is Scenic Vaudreuil. You can see it's. Well, I kind of like these old bridges and stuff. So yeah, I got a couple little things to do, but I'm not sure where I can mount one without doing any damage. Maybe in here somewhere I can find a spot. I mean, it could be zip tied, right? So that would just mean I need a different wire. Yeah, not a big deal. They sell tons of crap like that. Always stuck behind a truck, eh? Oh, he's got disc brakes though. What an odd thing to. to put on a sticker in the back of the truck, like. So I'll do that, but that's pretty much the only mods I want to do. Really, I mean, eventually I'll get a top rack. I have the rack, the top case. Sorry, just to carry more luggage and have a backrest for a passenger. It's nice, but we'll see. Maybe I'll order all three at once if it's worth it, but probably not. Because like BMW wants $1,800 for two cases. It's ridiculous. Like, it's really ridiculous. I mean, with the mountings I'm gonna pay, it was $700-800, I think. The exchange rate Canada US is kind of sucky, so that's part of it. And shipping and so forth. There's this little howl or intake noise on this. I mean, obviously on camera you can't. I don't think you can hear it, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, my tires are nice and broken in. I can tell the difference. I'm a bit. Oh, that was a GTR. See, I get distracted like a kid. I don't think I've taken it past 6,000 RPM yet. I am respecting the break-in, as in I'm just being relatively gentle. Not completely gentle, relatively gentle. There's a different, I mean, BMW says you do one thing. There's people that say drive it like you stole it, and that breaks in the engine better. So I'm doing like in between, but generally being nice, because this is a bike I'm going to keep for a long time. As it stands now, the only reason I would change this is if I did, enter in some sort of long-term relationship, and my woman friend was super into, and she didn't have her own bike, was super into doing motorcycle trips. Then I would get, I would probably get an RT, and the new one is beautiful. The 2021 RT, that's the R1250 RT. The touring version of this is really beautiful. All LED. It's got a 10.5 inch big screen. It's got the radio. It's got stuff. It's really nice. It's got a nice price too, obviously, but I don't know, maybe it gives more wind protection. You get really good wind protection. This is like pretty good wind protection. That one gives excellent wind protection. Anyway, but pretty much this bike is my bike for a long time. Maybe the next one will be electric if they ever figure out the charging situation. The charger, it's not the bikes are great, the ones that are out, and the cars are great too, but it's the charging network. If you don't have a Tesla, the charging network is dodgy at best, which means you can go, it's broken, or it doesn't charge, and they charge right now per minute in Canada for charging, which is stupid. And the battery's only charged to 80% fast, and then it's slow, so there's a whole, so the infrastructure is the word I was looking for. The infrastructure has to be there. But for now, a gas motorcycle is a lot more practical, and for what I do, which is, rambling on the internet on these little rides here. It's just easier to plan. I mean, I've ridden the places and there's no electricity. Like, I couldn't have gone up to that hydroelectric place way up north, Manic-Sank. I couldn't have gone there. There was no... Oh, maybe there was. Maybe there was a charger. I don't think so. I'll have to look at my pictures. I took some pictures. I'll have to look to see. Yeah, you can probably hear the wind. It's a little bit windy. As long as I don't get rained on, it's this temperature. Oh, nice. He had the red Mustang logo in the front. I changed my chrome to black. Yes, I know it's a lease, my car, and I modded a few things, but you know what? I have it for like three or 4 years. Yeah, I have it. I'll take off the white shifter knob, and I'll take the dash, the gauges I changed. I took GT350 gauges, so I can have, instead of a vacuum gauge, which is utterly useless, I have an oil temperature. That was just plug and play. Pop the dash off, pop the little section of trim off, boom, 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 plug it, 2 screws. Yeah, probably a waste of money because I don't go on the track. But I can see when my oil is warmed up. So if I want to give her the beans, it's pretty good. So I've been watching lots of YouTube and lots of looking at the new models that are coming. There's some pretty cool bikes. KTM has some new stuff. Who else did I see? Well, the big news I think was Harley Davidson's adventure bike, the Pan America. It looks pretty good. I mean, I don't know. It's the whole attitude at Harley dealers. Like, I could see you getting dirty looks from all the diehard, the true fans there, you know, when you go in and you're like trying that bike, because it's like, you know, it's just been cruisers basically for the longest time, cruisers and touring bikes, which the touring bikes are they're cruisers anyway. Anyway, it looks like they did a good thing. They made a very nice bike, and it's not like crazy expensive either. It's expensive, but it's well in the range of a GS or a fully loaded KTM or something. And the coolest thing is since it's got electronic suspension with everything electronic on the top model, if you could set it, when you come to a stop, the bike lowers. Like that's a game changer. As much as I shit on Harley all the time, that is a game changer, because adventure bikes are tall, even with short seats, you know, and lowered suspension. Sometimes there's still a lot of people that cannot ride them. I mean, it's still a heavy bike, don't get me wrong, but that's you're gonna feel a lot safer. Be able to put your foot firmly on the ground at a stop. Oh, see, I get distracted again. It was a nice MG. Well, nice MG. I would never want one of those. Old British car. You have to have a lot of patience. Yeah. So here is the ferry. I could go to the ferry, but I just wanted to get out for a little bit. I'm gonna want to give my wrist a break. So yeah, so that's basically this video. I was just I'm just trying to get content out. But if I'm not riding, I haven't ridden in 2 weeks. Yeah, pretty much it's been 2 weeks. Every time I've had a chance, it's been work, or I've been sick. Yeah, it's just been crazy. So I'm just gonna find a nice spot where I can pull over for a sec. Up here. So we're going through Hudson now. This is it's a nice area. A bit expensive. It's a bit of a Hudson, St. Lazare. They're kind of a higher end neighborhood kind of thing. Oh, but there's a campground here. Camping, as in trailers. Oh, we'll stop here. One of my favorite old buildings. This is really cool. If you could see, this is like an old school gas station, and they've kind of kept it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I wish you all stay safe, ride a lot, and all that. And Grumpy Man out. I'll be back in a bit.